Welcome back to ScaleSpeedworks. My name's Mike. I really should be working on my USAC build right now, but you know that face you make when you get a new kit? Yeah, that one. That's where we're at right now. This arrived in the mail today, and this is my entry to the Bootleggers Ball Group Build. I can't wait to get started. Let's see what's inside. Let's see if we can open it up and see what's inside. All right. Looks like we got one very large bag of some white plastic parts, a separate bag containing some other plastic parts. Man, I can tell you right now, these parts are so cleanly molded. They look absolutely beautiful. One bag of chrome parts. Let's look at these real quick. Is that bag open? Nope. Chrome parts look okay. Although, it might be kind of hard for you guys to see. Chrome plating up in here, and this one not as much, but this one doesn't look very good. It's kind of yellow. It's that look that you get when you only half strip the chrome, or in this case probably only half applied it. And a little yellow tinging and tinting in the headlights as well, right below the headlights. That one doesn't look great either. Oh well, everything else on here looks really nice, including, I'm guessing, that's a hood ornament. Check that out. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty sweet. Alright, set that aside. Let's look at the decals. Let's see what we got. Those look really nice. Decals are kind of a matte. They're not real glossy. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We got some real nice maybe underhood decals here. Yeah, really nice. Those are beautiful decals. Let's put those back. Let's take a look at what we have in this bag. The wheels, those look super, super nice. Very cleanly molded. Wheels and the wheel backs. And there's a super deep oil pan. Real interesting there. Not quite sure what those are. That looks great. That might even be a starter. That looks really nice. Front cover and the engine, you guys see that. A little mold line, but that looks super, super sharp. The chassis, this is going to be great. The detail is super, super crisp. Yeah, really nice. Highly detailed. Excellent. Guessing that's probably going to be some cross-member support. Looks fantastic. 2-in-1 exhaust. I think we're probably going to be changing that. I don't think we're going to have that. So I'm going to see about that. All the other parts here. Boy, just some fantastic detail. I can tell you right now, these are probably going to be an issue because they never line up right, no matter what you do. So we'll see about that. Might even get some real springs in here. I'll have to see. That is a pretty sweet axle. I've never seen anything like that. So looks like that front of the axle will just slip in there, and looks like maybe the rear cover will slip in on the back. Kind of unusual to have it in its own separate tree like that. Pretty cool though. I like it. So far, Revell, you have absolutely nailed the detail in this kit. Real nice radiator. Detail in the heads looks really good. You know what? That's probably the front, and this is probably the back of the radiator. That is super cool. So 2 parts. Absolutely. They join together. Beautiful. A little bit of cleanup. A couple mold lines. Nothing too outrageous. Let's get into this bag. Set the body aside. Okay. So inside of this bag are a couple of smaller bags. Set that aside. It's nice. The tires. White walls on one side, black on the other. Tires look really good. And there's pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. Maybe a couple of spacers. I don't know. White walls, black walls, those look good. The glass. We have a windshield. We have rear glass. We have maybe some front quarter windows. We have a back window, and a couple of headlights, and looks like a clear washer bottle or something in there. We're gonna have to check that out. Let's take a look at the body while we have this. Body in its own separate bag, real nice. This isn't going to be a big deal, but there's a couple of swirl marks in the white plastic. There is a seam that goes all the way across the trunk. I'm going to see what I could do to open this trunk. Real prominent chrome trim here. All right. And another one here along the body. It looks like some chrome trim around the bottom. And then I think that's going to be chromed up as well. If I can get it in camera. I think that's going to be chromed up as well. And I have to see if there's going to be any chrome drip rails or chrome trim around the window. I think we might have some of that. Look at that. It's a built-in latch. So real interesting, real nice job there. Yeah. Real kind of prominent seam line, but a little sandpaper will do the trick. All right, last bag here. Let's see what we got. We got the hood on top. Hood's nice, real big hood. Looks like maybe a hood hinge or two. Okay. Fender skirts. Going to be using those, so those are going to get glued in probably right off the bat. Not much underhood detail, in fact, no underhood detail. Don't know if that's accurate or not, but I can tell you the hood looks really nice. I like how they attach it here. Kind of a pain back here. You'll always have to be real careful taking that off and sanding it and everything. Let's take a look at the seats. Wow. You guys hear that? Nice dual pattern on the seats. So there's a real close grain pattern on the bottom of the seats and a little bit wider pattern on the top. That looks beautiful. Real nice, super clean. And a little mold line maybe down there on the bottom of the seats, but that's not a big deal. For the front seats, for the back seat, same thing. And what's nice, these seats aren't flat, and it might be kind of hard to see, but There's definitely, it looks like a cushion in the back and on the top. Really, really nice job. Dashboard looks fantastic. Yeah, some detail in here. I have to see, maybe that'll be chromed up. I don't know. Really cool. Great looking build there. This is neat. I might end up using this. That is the replacement back panel, and if you're not going to have a back seat. So really nicely detailed there. And then here's a roll bar. So that's pretty cool. We're going to see about that. This is a Bootleggers Ball Group Build after all. Here's the engine and transmission. This is the kind of quality that you guys would expect to see in a 3D printed engine. Beautiful. Absolutely top notch. Really nicely, cleanly molded. Valve covers here. Again, nice job. There's bolt detail. Belts and pulleys. A little bit of cleanup here on the steering column. That's not going to be a huge deal. Okay. All those parts look really nice. Okay. And separate door cards. Excellent. And a separate back for the seats. That's pretty cool. I've seen that before, but it's been a long time since I've had a kit, maybe a bench seat, that's had a separate back. That's a really nice detail. It's not just a flat piece. There's actually some character in that seat. And these, same thing. Look, there's door armrests that have some depth to them. Window crank, and I'm guessing that's probably a door lever. Beautiful. Really nice detail there. Steering wheel, again, that looks nice. And then all of that attaches to this. A little texture in here in the seat, in the floor pan. I'd say it most closely resembles some sandpaper, so real nice light detail. And that's attached to the inner fender ones. And those, again, have some nice detail on those. It's nice that the sink marks, the mold left over from the molding process, those look like those are going to be hidden under the front seat and under the back seat. And then here in the engine compartment as well. Nice job. On top of the wheel wells, you're never going to see any of that. And this as well, the copyright, Revell 2012, you're not going to see that either. However, you will see this. 1950 Oldsmobile 88 used under license. So make sure you guys clean that up really good. And then over here, another copyright. This is Revell copyright over there. But otherwise, the detail under here, again, it looks great. It really does. All the way back here, everything. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this kit. Interesting that this again is on a separate tree, just like the rear axle, but there's axle pin holes. Those are square, so not quite sure why, but I'm sure there's a reason. Anyway, that's what we have. Let's reach over here. Take a look again at the Revell 1950 Oldsmobile Club Coupe, also known as the Oldsmobile 88. Those emblems Maybe they are supposed to have a little gold in the middle. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're probably going to be stripping this chrome and repainting it. You guys are just going to have to wait and find out. See what happens. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. Again, Bootleggers Ball Group Build. It goes through April 15th, hosted by Tiffany at Dirt Road Cinderella and Kyle at RKD ScaleWorks. Oh, and Josh at VCG Resins. Don't forget to check those guys out. Their information will be in the description of this video. Thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you guys would like a shop card, my information is also going to be in the description. Reach out. I'll get one to you in the mail. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And I'll see you on the next one.